Well, good morning, everyone. This is Cass Terry calling. Glad to be here, and I hope you enjoy this video. Um, my first name is Cass, C-A-S-S. My last name is Terry, T-E-R-R-Y. And I'm entitling this video clip Doctor, Doctor, Doctor. And you'll see why by the end of this clip. And I'm going to show you in this video the history of my education and where I generated the, the title of Doctor, Doctor, Doctor. So we're going to start it in my hometown of Ypsilanti, Michigan. And on the screen here, you'll see a picture of a portion of a water tower, and that's in Ypsilanti, Michigan, spelled Ypsilanti. It's a historical landmark. It has many jokes made about it. At the bottom, I've got Paul Bunyan, comma, R.I.P., rest in peace. And the next slide, you'll see why. I hope there's going to be a next slide. There it is. You can see I've drawn in here. Why would I have called this PB, Paul Bunyan, rest in peace? Well, you might be able to guess from the full view of this water tower in back of the bust of Demetrius Ypsilanti, for whom the town was named. And that's where he's buried, folks. These two lines here show the two streets. This is like on a little triangle of land in part of Ypsilanti by Eastern Michigan University. I used to live down this street on the left. Interesting place. Ypsilanti is about 8 miles from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and it's about 30 miles from Detroit. Many of the workers who worked for General Motors, Chevrolet, Chrysler, and Ford used to live in Ypsilanti. So it was a workers' town by far. Now, the school that I went to is called Roosevelt High School, and you can see I've outlined some areas here in red. This was the entrance. This was where the principal's office was. That's something I always had to remember. The nurse's office, and down here was the physics and chemistry labs and the classrooms, my favorite spots where I learned the most and excelled the most. And up here, my second favorite spot was the mathematics department, where I was really good at math. I was taking trigonometry and solid geometry from Eastern Michigan University when I was a junior here. I just loved it very much. It's called Roosevelt Laboratory High School, and it's called a laboratory school because it was part of the facilities that were used to have the student teachers come from the college and teach here to get experience. So we were the laboratory for that university. Great school, small school. I loved it, and I learned a tremendous amount there. Now, you can see here, unfortunately, this is not my photograph. I took it from a historical landmark internet site. But this was my dad's bakery, and as you can tell, obviously it was called Terry Bakery. Two little guys carrying a rolling pin. I remember I used to work there, starting at 2 o'clock in the morning, work until 10 o'clock in the morning. It's an interesting place. You never were short of food when you were working there, believe me, folks. But my dad owned it, and he did very well financially as a baker, which is what he was. The only other occupation he had, we had two other occupations. One was a taxi driver in Detroit, which is great occupational hazard nowadays. And then he worked in plants for Ford Motor Company, I think it was, machine tool shop in Plymouth, Michigan. But he made all his money as a baker and as an owner, owning the bakery and hiring people. But that was his bakery in Ypsilanti, Michigan, downtown on Main Street, Michigan Avenue, 119 West Michigan Avenue. Never forget it.